へいへい、ビビってんのかよー。
いやいや、青分補給。アイスは美味しいよね。
宝具を抜くぜ。
お
涼さん、いけるがか。甘さか矛に縫われし国津のオロチ。我なすことは我のみぞ知る。甘かける龍が如く。
さあ涼みに行こう。僕は秋の森の王様ってこと忘れてないだろ。
Hello and welcome back to the probably the last episode of this event. So yeah, I waited 2 days because it seemed like there was only a single arrow per day. So yeah, I can just do complete the whole event today itself. So yeah, let's begin. PV Nautilus docking complete. Initiating zero sail. Okay. Yes, very good, everyone. We are right on time again. It's 1500 hours at Kalia right now. If we keep this up, we should make it back shortly after the end of the day. Okay. Yeah, 3 hours should be enough to make these last 15 deliveries. Hmm. Captain Santa, is something bothering you? No, I wouldn't say that, but I have decided to call it a day here. These routes being so oddly clear is starting to nag at me. I want to go check in on Master and Mash. So we are going to have a party in Master's room this afternoon. Yay, this rocks. Yes, we will. Assuming Master is actually in his room, that is. Ah, now I see. You always have been strict about keeping to the rules, Captain. For my part, I have been happy to enjoy their kindness. Call me leader. When we are making deliveries. Oh wait, we are on the Nautilus now, so Captain's fine. At any rate, we need to strike while the iron is hot. As soon as we deliver these presents to Skadi, we'll head straight back to Kaldia. We are scheduled to arrive at the border at 1600 hours. All hands proceed with your duties accordingly. Aye aye, sir. I'll radio Baker and ask her to bake a cake before we... Huh? Hang on. I just picked up an unidentified heat signature on our sonar. Oh crap, it's huge. What's going on? It wasn't here a second ago. I'm sorry, there is no way to avoid it. We are going to make contact in about 20 seconds. Okay. 5 p.m. 1 hour before end of workday. It looks like we made it back with time to spare today, Senpai. I'm glad our work was so easy to get done today, but I can't help but wonder if something's changed. That's a good point, Mash. I was just thinking about asking that myself. So, you think that Nemo series have another goal in mind besides delivering presents? More or less. What do you think, baby? Huh? You're asking me? I'm already providing zero sale that lets you jump to each delivery area around the world instantaneously for free. Now you want me to tell you what this latest event is really all about? Dude, it's starting to feel like you are just using me. We really do appreciate how generous you have been with your help. But if anything were to happen to Nemo series and we weren't there to help them, we'd never forgive ourselves. So please, BB, if there is anything you know about the Nemo's, you know about what the Nemo series are up to, please tell us as much as you can. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I'm worried they might be in danger. Danger, huh? Well, I can't promise you this. I can promise you this. What you see with Nemo is exactly what you get. He knows what kind of Santa he wants to be, and being exactly that is all he's trying to do. Period. In addition, the Nemo series are also taking on an especially difficult delivery mission as a special case. My guess is that they have been going around taking on different servants to gather intel for that mission. Nemo Santa is keeping these talks secret, which is probably why you feel like he's hiding something. But keep that just between us, okay? And one last thing. In all seriousness, don't ask any of the Nemos about this. If Nemo Santa finds out that you did, he'll abandon this delivery mission on the spot. Because the only way this mission will succeed is if no one knows about it, and it has no effect on anyone. No one can know about it, huh? So they're trying to make a delivery with zero impact whatsoever. That's right. This mission is all about making zero impact on the world by delivering a package that's completely empty. You want to know what the point of delivering such a package is? Great question. I'm wondering about that myself. But for whatever reason, Nemo the Phantom Spirit really has his heart set on this bizarre mission. In fact, it's the reason he agreed to become Santa Claus in the first place. I respect that decision and his wish to keep it quiet. Even if this mission may ultimately be pointless, I wouldn't mock it or say it's meaningless. Anyway, enough of that. See you later, Senpai. Make sure you keep gathering lots of resources, okay? Seriously, between my painful losses at the Holy Grail front and my servant fist being snatched out from under me, I'm in big trouble here. You'd better believe that world's most advanced AI won't be forgetting that humiliation anytime soon. So, even as we speak, I'm stocking up on resources to one day take my revenge. I'm counting on you too, Senpai. From now on, I'm hoping you'll donate any spare change you get at the store to my crowdfunding campaign. I guess this explains why we haven't seen the BB channel lately. What do you think, Senpai? If we take BB on her word, it sounds like we'd be better off in the dark. The fact he's keeping this secret is meaningful in itself. Yes, I agree. It looks like it got cut off in the middle. Where did it cut off? Okay. Uh, I just looked at the board and it seems like it stopped around here. It seems pretty clear he's got a large goal of some kind in mind, but we don't need to know. That doesn't mean we have to stop quietly keeping their delivery routes clear though. We can still help however we can. In the meantime, let's go wait for the Nemo series to get back. 6:30 p.m. 30 minutes after the end of workday. I hope they are okay. Where could they be? Hi, yes, we are back. Man, that was rough. I never expect to run into a disaster like that. It's a good thing we already had experience fighting in void space. I'll say, we were like a whale running into a school of hungry sharks. That's why we got back so late. We had a difficult time fending them off. Sorry for the delay, Master. You can rest assured that Team Nautilus is back now. Would you mind giving them our report, Professor? I'm still a little out of breath. You look exhausted, Nemo. What happened out there? Yes, well, it started when a group of unknown enemies attacked us while we were out. We were en route to a delivery. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. Giants. Muspel Berigesi Yotan.
今のうちに準備を暗き見つからないように
Okay.
慈悲神戸を垂れよ恐怖を希望もなく何人通るにあたわず クリスマスだ。まだまだあるよ。たくさんあるのはいいことさ。よく使わないように逃がすもの。あ、よし来た。モルゴー。目を背けないいい判断です。内側から終わる。ここでまっすぐ逃がすものか。ビビーチャンネルインハワイ
BB.
ナス、次の配達先は？そういうね、出るぞ。オペレーション発動。雪原の彼方であってもサンタクロースはやってくる。プレゼント。
It's always BB.
それはいつか来る兆
I
しが欲しい。
think they haven't used this gimmick since
あなたが欲しい。
the 6th. The Melusine fight was the last time I remember they used this gimmick. But the Nautilus Endurance. I don't think it was in LV7. I could be wrong.
さあ、喜びなさい。声の遠く、私の神の世界を。カーストカッティングクレーター。皆さんのおかげで無事です。
Okay. half damage is already
手
done.
に入らないね、よく言いました。
One third. More than one third.
慈悲神戸を垂れよ。恐怖を希望も何人総理にあたわず死になさい消えなさい多くの欲望ビビーチャール真夏のチャーム
What exactly do you think of me? I won't let you. 9.99 million.
トリトンエンジンスタート照準よろし計算完了ドラブ回すぜ艦内設備ロックプリンはいいかしら許可する海を荒らす者をキャプテンネモは許さない行くぞ上から
Hey.
ノーチラス
Okay, Demon Heart Sequel. What was PB doing there? What happened to respecting his decision to keep it quiet? I don't know. She just showed up out of nowhere, then left after we beat her, like always. Well, I'm sure she interfered. I mean, came to warn us for a reason. When BB is acting like a villain, it's usually because she's actually trying to help us someone else. I see. Anyway, we managed to reach depth level 5 in our zero cell. Now we just have to worry about breaking through the grand wall. Anyway, here's today's delivery list. As you can see, Team Nautilus runs a safe and tidy submarine. Grand wall. Now we just have to worry about breaking through the grand wall. Oh. Which wall, but? Are they talking about the wall around Antarctica? Bad. Let's see. BB is the only reason we didn't get back around 600 hours like we planned. 1600 hours. 1600. Okay, that takes care of the report. We'd better be going now, Professor. Right, sorry, I did it again. I guess I'm still not used to having normal conversations. Oh, by the way, I already set up this shop. I hope you'll just stop by if you have any time to spare. Depth level 5. Interesting. D6. Oh, good morning. This is promising start to the day. Running into you here. So, what are you up to today with? Oh, I haven't decided yet. I see. Well, you still have plenty of winter vacation left, so take your time to think about it while you enjoy a nice leisurely breakfast. We're off to get started on our Santa duties. With any luck, we'll be back in record time today. Wait, hang on a second. What is it? Can I ask you why you decided to become Santa Claus? I guess the simple answer is that Martha asked me to do it. But the reason I ultimately accepted is that there is something I want to deliver as Santa Claus. Santa Claus is supposed to be the type of fantasy who brings joy and good fortune wherever he goes, right? Maybe my reason piggybacked on that miracle. I became Santa not just so I can bring presents to people wanting them, but so I can bring presents on behalf of those who wanted to give them. I'll admit it's more selfish than the other Santa servants, but what's wrong with a Santa like that? Not a thing. Well, see you later, Santa. Bye. See you this evening. Today's delivery is for someone really unusual, so I should have a good story for you when I get back. Okay. Okay. Humanity correction formula.
不満はありません。 むしろ上がります。
Humanity correction formula. Are we going to get a class score unlocked? I don't remember that happening here, but
要するに節約。
interesting.
この夜が明ける前に。たくさんあるのはいいことさ。目によく言いました。慈悲、神戸を垂れよ。恐怖を、希望もなく、何人も通りにあたわず。フックショット。逃がすもの。
I think the damage from curse is 1000. Yep.
よく圧倒しました。
They should
逃がすものか。
be enough.
召し上げましょう。
42. I think that should be enough. Another one.
あまり悩ませない。楽しくなるでしょう。さて、どこから潰したもの？熱を帯びなさい。マルミアドは運命をかけた戦いであるから。次の配達先は？見つからない。
Probably Lou.
走行支援を要請する。君が奇跡を信じるなら、冒険はどこまでも無事届けよう。ホーリーランローチラス。
First facade.
よく言いました。モルゴース、アコール、輝き。
The death rate up is scary. Oof. Medium chance to inflict it. Yep.
対終末に対粛清防御始め。それは絶えず見た滅びの夢。最果てにありながらトリバースを私動物キャメル。最果ての島、罪の都。最後の竜は我が目に。集う円卓の守護者たち、ラウンド・オブ・アバロン。 魔女ですね。
シャッ我が歩みに終わりなし。
So you're risking your life for. Okay.
圧倒します目を背けない
If the 70% hit, that would be
死に
better.
消えなさ
Both of them missed.
い戦線を離脱します
Double hit. Sure.
本気をお前死んだぞ本気を見せてやるか
目を背よく言いました視界をモルゴス潰れなさい
Okay, nice crit. Okay. Chains and dust. Phew, glad I managed to keep my head. That would have been too close for comfort without cuts. It could not be otherwise. For the conflict, it could not be otherwise. For this conflict, I did my strength restrain. Offer thy gratitude for this blessing of salvation. For thy future's path is held open. Huh? What are you talking about? I don't remember Santa Claus having any such attitude. No matter. Wherefore art thou come, phantom spirit Nemo? This represents for sins yet to be committed thy desire. Of course not. There is only one reason Santa goes anywhere. I have a present for you, foster son. Though I don't know if it will be to your taste. Impossible. My sword tolls the hour of one's passing. No more, no less. And so, no worldly desire do I harbor. Santa Claus hearkens to the call of yearning. I will know. But mine own soul is void of such cravings. I'm sure that's true. But this isn't from me. It's from someone who really put their heart into it. Hoping you'll accept it. Oh. Lunchbox. I heard there are several Hassans, but the first was always alone. So I made this, hoping he could enjoy himself even on his own. I'm sure he'll like it. At least I hope he will. It's called osechi. It's a fancy meal It's a fancy meal they make in Japan to celebrate New Year's. Seems like the perfect time for it. I heard they mostly make it that don't spoil easily. That way they don't have to stand in the kitchen over and over again for 3 days. Are teaching harbor no traditions for the coming of the new year. But no cause does that make to spun a gift from creation's mother. The vessel I shall myself once again. The vessel I shall myself return once my repast has ended. So important a task, ill suit such as callow nymphosis as cursed arm and his ilk. I see. Thanks. That'll be a big help. First Hassan, I actually very well. Bear thy neck. But I haven't told you anything yet. Thy part to my domain laid bare thy intent. Seek not my pardon. So shouldst thou willst to vanish. I require no more than this. No longer do I bear the mantle of grant. Thy earned is no concern of mine. That no other grand servant save perhaps one will end thy business middle. I tell you now. What? I will no longer bear the mental. I no longer do bear the mental of grand. You are no concern of me. There is no other grand servant except one that will meddle in your business. Do you think I can do this? Thy query is a curious thing. For thy triumph or failure, the world shall no different be. Shouldst thou fail, thy name will to nothing fade. But ever hast do been nothing. Trouble thyself not with what afterwards may come. Not thy task leaves thee too little time to worry even over its outcome. Got it. Thanks, Hassan. Just help me get over the last of my doubts. Nevertheless, prepare thyself. Long have I dealt here, the porter twined life and death so long now, that the boulder itself have I become. So much death have I melted out that I am become death itself. As one shall dwell overloading in an impossible realm must in turn an impossible being become. So too, who creates the impossible and invisible must eventually these query embody. In the shadow of the physical world, faith is the tether to bind those who would otherwise be meaning worn. Recall thy purpose, Captain. Remember so that upon our next meeting, thy work upon thy design be complete. Welcome back, leader. Did you say hi to Foster Son? Yeah, he was even scarier than I imagined. Apparently for him, what we are trying to do is no bigger a deal than morning prayer. I wanted to ask him if we were about to do something unforgivable, but he wasn't having it. His response pretty much came down to it. I don't care, just do what you want. Oh my, that's certainly harsh. Does this mean we proceed as planned then? Yeah, Marine. Tell Master we won't be coming back today. All hands on to your stations. Zero sail depth 7. Destination 2017. Set sail for the promised time. 2017. When we first started the game. Are they going to the end Caldia Antarctica? Novum Caldia. Or was it different name? The current one is Novum Caldia because New Caldia. Let's see. This definitely progressed the plot. Day 7. Good. You're all here. Before we start delivering presents, there is something I want you all to hear. It's about the real reason I agreed to become Santa Claus. Santa Claus brings miracle to people just by being Santa Claus. He delivers gift to everyone who wants them, making the end of the year something to celebrate. That's why Santa Claus exists. That is his fundamental duty. You could even say he is a collective wish of everyone who gathers together on the holy night. But that's only what the people want, not Santa Claus himself. There is nothing that says Santa Claus can't have his own desire that's separate from his fundamental duty. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, put a sock in it already, Captain Jackface. We already know what you want to say. There is someone you want to give a present to yourself, right? You mean Master? And not the Master back at Caldia right now, but the Master from back before we even met. It makes sense. As a child of sea, Triton is supposed to ensure that safety of voyage. And if you're going to give him a good luck charm, that's the kind of thing to do at the voyage start, not with the end in sight. Besides, leaving a small miracle at someone's bedside while they are sleeping is pretty classic Santa Claus. Yeah, you don't have to explain anything to us. We all know exactly how you feel. You want to give the best present you can to the person you most want to have a present from you, right? Yes, I think it's a wonderful idea. That's the sort of thing only no one-turned Santa could do. Though I don't think it'll be easy to pull off. You guys. Yeah, you're right. This isn't a reason so much as our desire. The person I want to give a present to doesn't exist in this time. No, it's more accurate to say that giving it to him now wouldn't mean anything. Present Caldia has lots of allies and plenty of servant power. If we need help, we can be reasonably sure that someone will provide it. But that wasn't the case in Caldia of the past. When they first began repairing singularities, Caldia couldn't even afford the time to have so much as a cup of coffee. So I want to deliver this present to the Caldia in the Antarctica in the year 2017. It may not be much, but I want to pay with the greatest respect I can before he sets out on his long journey. What's more, it's only because I am a phantom spirit that I can even try this, since that's what licked me zero sail in the first place. If we make even one wrong move, we'll be completely erased. If we change even the smallest thing in the past, history's corrective force will meaninglessly unravel our very existence. And that's not even getting into how difficult it is to sail to the past in the first place. For every year we go back in time, the Nautilus will be at greater risk of getting crushed. And even with every year, the obstacle we face will change. Even knowing all that, are you still willing to join me in this selfish undertaking? Of course, Captain. We are with you all the way. Thank you, everyone. Alright, let me go over the operation. Even with the zero sails, jumping into the past from void space is going to be extremely difficult. My plan is to go back 1 year each day. If we succeed, we'll pin the coordinates with the paper moon and use them as starting point for our next jump. Once the coordinates are pinned, we'll resurface at the standard time let the Nautilus recover and carry out our present deliveries. Over the course of 7 days, we'll continue traveling back in time until we reach 2017. From there, the Nemo with the strongest spirit origin will carry out the mission. Any questions? Oh, I got one. If we can go back in time to 2017, can't we just stop the explosion before it happens? That would be the worst kind of altercation we could make. If we prevent that explosion at the old Caldia, the current Caldia would cease to exist. The most important rule of traveling to the past is not even try changing a single thing, no matter how small. Although since our spirit origins aren't strong enough to last in parallel worlds anyway, it would be more accurate to say we couldn't change a single thing. Even if we succeed at infiltrating Caldia base in 2017, Marine, the moment you tried to change the past, you would find yourself disappearing. So yes, our first and most important rule for this mission is to change nothing and leave nothing else behind. Gotcha. Well, what about talking to someone? Can we do that? Like, even if we can't change the destiny, can't we at least say thank you or something? I can't say that. I can't say with certainty that even that would be safe. From the other person's perspective, having someone else thank them for no discernible reason is very likely to change their subsequent actions. The only way it could work would be to keep to topic that no one at the Caldia from the time would think twice about. Professor is right, which is why we'll need to exercise extreme caution when infiltrating their old base. Our operative will need to swim through the void sea on their own and zero sail into the Antarctic base itself. If they succeed, we'll then need to carry out the mission without being seen. Okay. So that's why they talk to Grams, because they are literally going back in time to do something, to give present or to just see the old master. So that could probably trigger something and a grant could interfere. I don't think so, but they just wanted to be on the safer side, probably. I have the shift schedule for Caldia staff on the day of the incident, so I also figured out the optimal route to reach our destination. And in case the operative does run into a staff member, I figured out who they can disguise themselves as so that nobody will suspect them. Was this ever hinted at the beginning? Like in the prologue? Let's see. I make the disguise as soon as we are done here. That will depend on how well the operative can pretend to be that person in the event they are seen. Fortunately, I already know they can, so that won't be an issue. Alright, that's the mission plan. Any other questions? Okay, then from here on, we are all in this special operation together. I call it 8 Years Snow Carol. Thanks again, everyone. We will deliver this gift successfully, or my name isn't Santa Claus. Interesting end to this. This will completely depend on how or what they do. If they do something that changes how the game began, that would be Lahamu.
クリスマスだ。配達チーム変更。イエーイ。揃ってまーす。クラ見つからないように。そう、いいでしょう。私の足元で許しを請いなさい。落ちよ。ロードレスキャメロット。
So, this is probably the reason that this event is locked, and the story of this event is locked behind Tron. Okay. Since if someone has just finished from the end they are talking about for DLB 7, if they are not aware that Oriel Call exists, so the Lost Village 7 could be their end, and since we already know that there are three ordeal called in the story, but actually there are four. So we are in the final stretch of the main story of part 2. So that's probably another reason that final chapter is close for me. So yeah. Avalon, Mage of Paradise. Defeat the Mage of Paradise. This ends here, you're not going in. Let's talk about Alteria. Arthuria. Wait, what? Arthuria Alter. Defeat. Okay. You're not getting any further. Let's talk about Arthuria Alter. Why Alter? Very fitting that I've brought Morgan here.
それは絶えず見た滅びの世最果てにありながらトリバース
Why
ロードキャメ
Arthuria
逃がす
Alter.
者召し上げましょう光栄の本気です
Oh, that was a close one. Okay. One turn into.
目を覚めぞここでまっすぐ分断する
Okay.
ごめんマスターお
お前は本気を見せてやる。お前死んだぞ。
いい判断ですいい判断です
Okay.
それは絶えず見た滅びの世最果てにありながらトリバースロードレスキャメルモルゴース消えなさい光栄の世本気です
My. I came all this way to warn you, only to be treated like a threat. I guess you really do hate me. Even so, I can't just sit back and let someone so important to Kaldia throw his life away on a fool's errand. It's not too late to turn back, Nemo. Risking your life for the one-day miracle that a Santa Claus is, well, dumb. Even if it works, it won't actually do anything. If you turn back now, you won't disappoint anyone. Not to mention that breaking the rules to travel into the past is very unlike you. Thank you for that half-hearted warning, Merlin. I'm honored that you'd come all the way to see us while we are in the middle of a zero sale. Now, could you repeat what you just said? I heard you loud and clear, but I still want to make sure. Oh, you mean the part about it having no effect? I'm sorry to say, it's true. The gift you are trying to give him is a small bit of happiness that doesn't interfere with the past, right? Your plan is to create a Kaldia uniform embedded with a dream catcher, a ward against misfortune, and swap it out with his old one without anyone noticing, so he's more likely to survive the battle's ahead. To ensure you wouldn't adversely affect the past, you asked the fossil hunter lady and the heroic spirit with Shiva's authority for advice. Okay, so that's what you asked. and you enlisted the spinster fairy to help make sure the new uniform would be indistinguishable from the old one. Unfortunately, the matter transfer idea turned out to be a bust, but first Hassan was still willing to look the other way since he's a soft touch for these kinds of things. He has a soft touch for these kinds of things. But even after all that work, your efforts will still amount to nothing. We are going back in time and swap out his uniform without anyone noticing. And as long as Master doesn't realize he has been given a gift, there won't be any conflicts with past events. You're right in that. You'll avoid creating a time paradox with that approach, but it also means it will have practically no effect. A protective charm has the greatest effect when its bearer truly believes it will keep them safe. But a charm that bears the bearer doesn't know they have is all but useless. Let's say someone was beset. Let's say someone was beset by nightmares every day. The most luck a charm like this could bring is to help them wake up maybe a second earlier than usual. That's what I mean. When I say it won't have any effect, do you understand now? I understand all that when we. I understood all that when we set out. I mean, what you said before. The risking your life for one day miracle that Santa Claus's dumb part. If that's what you really think, we are going to pick up the battle right where we left off. I'm going to prove that there is nothing dumb about this at all. Really? You don't think altering the past and risking your own obliteration for an infinitum infinitesimally small bit of luck is dumb? What do they say these days? Ah, yes, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Even if you succeed, it will change nothing. I know, Caldia will win even without my doing this. I'm well aware of that. What I'm doing will in no way contribute to their victory. But that's not the point. That's not what it means for those who got the late start, got a late start to reward those who went on ahead. Our opportunity to receive compensation of joy or joy is long gone. Right from the start, we were never part of his team. But even so, she still wanted to help them. She felt as if doing so would be all the reward she would need. Hmm. That's not only to reward those who went on ahead. Our opportunity to receive compensation or joy is long gone. Right from the start, we were never part of his team. But even so, she still wanted to help them. She felt as if doing so would be all the reward she would need. Is he talking about Olga? So, yeah, even if the difference we make here is so trivial, not even Shiba can perceive it, I still believe it will be meaningful. And I think the courage needed to weather the ensuring storm is truly precious, just like it was for a certain summoner's life. So I'm not going to let you or anyone else say it's dumb to give everything for a single moment of peace. A certain summoner is it's Solomon. And I think the courage needed to weather the ensuring storm is truly precious, just like it was for a certain summoner's life. Okay, so he's probably talking about Romani when the Solomons clairvoyance was taken away from him. The last thing he saw was the destruction of whole world. Even so, he still went on ahead with Cardia to save save the world from its impending doom. Okay. Now, now I see. My clairvoyance only lets me observe the present. I thought my vision was blurry because of the vampire thing, but now it all makes sense. What vampire thing? Okay. My apologies. Allow me to rephrase. It may be dumb, but that's also what makes it wonderful. No, it seems I was the dumb one here. I should have known. First Hassan wouldn't get something like this wrong. I'm sorry for raining on your parade. Go on, Nemo. I will remember this wish even if no one else does. Thanks, Merlin. I do appreciate your coming all this way to warn us. Alright. When you get there, please give him my regards. Tell him, what are you, stupid? Just a hunch, but I think the two of you will really hit it off. There were bunch of little hints that I didn't get, but interesting. It would be interesting to look back at this event after the end of part 2. After reaching the point where I had 8 hours remaining, I opened the Nautilus's hatch and swam into the void sea on my own. I can't risk getting closer than this in the Nautilus. Shiba wouldn't miss a submarine immersion in the Antarctic. I have to emerge in Cardia base alone with only the bare minimum of equipment. Because I'm swimming against the flow of time, space swirls around me like a raging river, bearing down on me harder the further into the past I go. I transform my lower body as a merman and keep swimming against the vortex. I feel the cold of the negative water and pressure of knowing that even the slightest deviation in my route will lead to my erasure. I'm used to swimming in the sea of void space, but swimming in it while also traveling through time is something else altogether. No ordinary spirit origin could ensure it. Instead of fighting the current, they'd simply stay in place and disappear. 60 seconds is all I can bear. A single second never felt so long in the ocean as in this moment. A disease spell impedes my vision. The overwhelming fear threatens to rob me of my consciousness. I grit my teeth harder and do my best to restore my scattered sense to normal. I still have 7 hours worth of distance to cover to reach the target. Will I make it in time? For that matter, will my spirit origin last that long? This operation has zero margin for error. 60 seconds is both the longest time my spirit origin can hold together and the shortest time it takes to reach the destination. I can't make a single mistake. I can't slow down even for a moment. If I put even one finger out of place as I swim towards 2017, this operation will fail and my body will shatter like dust. It is the very literal do or die. No one in their right mind would think of attempting this. Probably no one in their wrong mind would either. And is the payoff for braving all this danger going to be worth it? I can't say that it is. So then, what do I hope to get by doing this? You are right in that you'll avoid creating a time paradox with the approach, but it also means it will have practically no effect. The spiral current grows even more intense. It blocks my way, feeling as solid as a wall. Within it, I see glimpses of someone else's memories. Oh wait, he's not really a master candidate, is he? You were the only one who was just a candidate. Hang on. I have to take this. Hello? Kadok. Kadok's awake now, and he's in good health. That's great. Send him to the command room immediately. Good news, Ved. Kadok's fully recovered. You can go back to just being a sphere, and we can start doing our job properly without holding your hand all the time. Huh? What are you talking about? Your training and mission days are over. You're just a regular guy with no special talent. Stop trying to be something you're not. Just hang out in your room and let the experts handle things. So don't bother listening to the residents of their lost builds. Besides, we have got them all beat when it comes to sheer suffering. We are from proper human history. We are the victors. We took the intended route. We can't let anyone take that from us. We can't. Still, what can you do with only 12 of us? There is no way we can ever rebuild what we lost. You know as well as I do how bleak these things are, right? Those lost builds people know nothing of this kind of solitude, this sort of pressure. They should be the ones compromise. They should be the ones to disappear. Any pain they have experienced is nothing compared to ours. You know, you're not quite right in the head. You have almost died countless times surviving by luck alone. You have forsaken countless worlds, kept alive by the devil's own luck. You have abandoned countless people, countless worlds to their death. And despite all that, you're still no worse for wear. Yeah. Let's say someone was bested by nightmares every day. The most luck charm would bring us to help them wake up maybe a second earlier than usual. That's more than enough for a reward. Base sequence human genome confirmed. Alignment good neutral. Welcome to the data center for the future of humankind. This is a security organization for the preservation of humanity, Caldia. Fingerprint, voice print, and DNA authentication cleared. Magical circuit assessment complete. Username matched. You are recognized as a member of the primates. Nice to meet you. You are our final visitor today. We hope you enjoy your time here. Yep, this is the beginning. On this day, the 48th master candidate entered Kalia. He was recruited on short notice from a group of ordinary civilians thanks to extremely high reshift aptitude, in spite of him having no knowledge of magecraft. However, Kalia already had a full set of masters for Team A through D, ready to investigate their first singularity. This 48th rookie master candidate was just brought in to match the number of coffins they had prepared. Nobody had any great expectations from him, which is why our plan went off without a hitch. I switched out the master uniform Caldia, which is why our plan went off without a hitch. I switched out the master uniform Caldia had prepared for him to wear after his entry inspection was with Arkev. According to Kalia's own record, owning it to lack of resources, They didn't have any more uniforms made up until January 2019. So even if our uniform is eventually disposed of after Kaldia returns to standard space, you should still wear it before then. Huh, what are you doing in this section? I'm just on my way back from a coffee break. What about you? Shouldn't you be at your post at at the entrance gate? I was just stepping away for a little personal business. Besides, it's not like we are supposed to get any more visitors today, right? Uh, yeah, okay. Almost everyone in the command room anyway. So there is not much to keep an eye on. How about you? Aren't you going to the command room? Me? I am a warehouse guard for life. I don't care about the shift experiments. Hell, the whole reason I took this job at the lab out in the middle of nowhere was to avoid getting caught up in merge mage turf wars. The moment the reshift works, you just know all these masters are going to start fighting over who gets to own it. Screw that noise. I don't want to get mixed up with any of the factions. Yeah, I know what you mean. It might be secret Animosphere tech at its core, but it also uses tech from almost every other department somewhere or other in its working. So I'm sure the other lords have all sent in spies to see what happens. Definitely not your thing. Right. So I'm just gonna head back to the warehouse now. Later, Elron. If I were you, I wouldn't leave my post even if there aren't any visits scheduled. You don't want the director chewing you out again. Yeah, thanks for the warning. The conversation went perfectly natural. I'd already anticipated I might run into her here. Everything's going to plan. All I have to do now is find somewhere private to dive back into Void Space. Oh hey. Oh, hey there. Are you heading back from a break too? My spine stiffens the tiniest bit. This is not a meeting I accounted for. It's rough, isn't it? Feel like all the Kaldia's on edge. Like we can't afford to make even a single mistake. But I guess that's just how it goes, right? We have all been working to make today happen. This is it. It's almost time for the director to give a speech to all the masters and staff members. I know you are big on stay neutral, but you should at least stop by. That will make a good impression on her. No thanks. I'm just gonna go back to the moonlight. The warehouse. I don't really like the director when she's giving speeches. She's not so bad. She's not so bad most of the time though. I feel exactly the same. Phew, you really don't mince word, huh? You should leave a note in the suggestion box or something to let her know what you think. I tell her myself, but she never listens to me. You really think I could get away with telling her I don't like her? I mean, the part about how she's not so bad most of the time. Nobody hates the director when she's giving us a speech more than Olga Marie herself. So if a staff member in your position says you like her, maybe she'll come to like herself a little more. By the way, I couldn't help but notice. Notice what? Are you okay? You look exhausted, almost like you have just run around the whole world or something. I was just having coffee. See, my complexion's fine. Oh really? Maybe it was just my imagination then. Something about your bag gave me that impression. I'm sorry. You'd think, being a doctor, that I'd remember not to diagnose someone so casually. Hey, don't worry about it. You're not entirely wrong. I am pretty tired. I was just working on a really important job. Of course, I'm going to feel some pressure. Gotcha. Thanks for all the hard work. But I don't want you to push yourself too hard. When that job is done, you should tackle something light and fun next. Of course, work being work, it's not always going to be pleasant. But ideally, it should be fun too. So, after you are done with this big important job that's meant to help everyone out, I want you to work on something fun that's just for you. And if you can work on it with teammates you are close to, that would be even better for you and for them. Teammates, what have they got to do with this? Oh, nothing. I guess sorry again. Uh, you just stuck me as someone who prefers to be alone. But even from this belief chart, I can tell you have a strong sense of personal responsibility. I have no doubt that the people around you admire you for that. They they know you'll help when times are tough. We won't always get as many opportunities to help and laugh with people as we'd like. So we are really gonna treasure what we do get. If you have time later, stop by the infirmary. Hopefully you're fine, but better safe than sorry. With that, the man gave a quick wave and turned to leave. Then, before I knew what I was doing. Hey, sorry. Do you mind if I ask you something? He gave a mild and turned back around. It's not about me. It's about a friend of mine. Posting it as a hypothetical, I asked him his thoughts on the struggle for survival between two worlds that were the same yet different. My question wasn't about the nature of the worlds themselves. It was about an outsider who had been put in the position to witness their struggles and decide which one would ultimately win. I had to know if he thought that I had to know if he thought this outsider's action were good or evil, and how he would judge someone like that. Hmm. Is this the plot of a sci-fi movie? I'm not sure I can give an especially well-informed opinion on something complicated like that. Having said that, if we start from the premise that only one side can survive and conflict is inevitable, then trying to determine whether the outsider is good or evil is asking the wrong question. Saying both the opposing side are human, there will be no avoiding a clash of values, a battle between right and wrong, as they see. As a rule, people tend to believe they are in the right, or to put it another way, they can only do what they believe is right. So, no matter how righteous each side's cause may be, once they find themselves at cross purposes, the other side must be wrong by definition. So, wrongness is inevitable. That goes for the opposition, and it goes for you opposing them in turn. No matter how good a person may be, when you have to fight for your survival, you simply can't keep your hands clean. Is that what you are saying? That's right. There is no getting around to that. So no matter what, you can't believe your side is completely correct and the other side is completely wrong. Might doesn't make right. The only thing a conflict's victor wins is the right to decide what to do next. So you think battles for survival can only ever be wrong, huh? Does that mean there is no right to be found anywhere? Sure there is. It's in you, right now, for worrying about this. Thinking about the fact that we survived. That's what the man in this white coat said was right. What he didn't say, at least not in so many words, was that he hoped we would be the kind of people who did that. It was a conventional, obvious answer, but his words rang with absolute certainty. In the moment, he seemed to me like a wise old sage living alone on a mountain top who had bore witness to countless conflicts over the course of his life. I'm not talking about me. This is about my friend. Alright, you did say that, didn't you? My bad. My bad, my foot. He definitely thinks I'm talking about myself. I think I can see why he would become so attached to this man after working with him for a year. Anyway, I'd better get going. I may not look like it, but I am still the head of the medical department. The director's probably just going to kick me out, but I'm going to drop by the command room and check in. Hang on. I know this is weird request, but have you got anything you don't need on you? Say a spare pen or something. Anything you won't miss that can be replaced easily. For sure. I got lots of things like that. Gotta be prepared to head out at any moment's notice. Prepared to head out at moment's notice and all. Will this do? Actually, could I have another set? I'd like to use them when I am guarding the warehouse too. Sure. If you need more, just say the word. Haha. This is great. Feels like you are really appreciating my work. This doesn't have anything to do with your work. I swear, are you stupid or something? I don't know how you always look on the bright side of things. Though I guess I could stand to take a page from your book. Really? Thanks. Here, I was trying to cheer you up, and you went and did it for me instead. Alright. I'd really better get going now. Have a great day, Munir. And so the man in the white coat walked away. I'll never see him again. I was never meant to see him at all. I'll never even get to ask his name. But I can at least give him the statue he deserves. Salute he deserves. From that point on, everything else was the same. Just as I made my way here, he too was now headed to his promised time. Damn, that was... that was... amazing. It's right in the field. 4 p.m. My room, day 7. Thanks in part with our work the other day. We made it back another hour earlier today. Now we can really relax and wait for Nemo series to get back. So you're early today, and here I thought you wouldn't be back yet. Great work today, Nemo Santa. Well, I'm still not done just yet. But thanks, it's good to be back. Great work, Nemo. I'm surprised you are back a full 2 hours earlier than usual though. Did something strange happen today? Yeah, kind of. It's a long story and I can't get into the details. Nemo? No, I can't be sulking right now. I'm a leader and a leader should own up to his mistakes. The truth is, I wasn't able to deliver a single present today. As Santa Claus, that should never have happened. But that's not the real issue. I know this may be rich after coming this far, but... Wait, Mush, I fail to recognize that the two of you deserve to be Santa Claus every bit as much as I do. I want to right that wrong now. So I understand this may be too little too late, but... Would you be willing to deliver this remaining presents with me? Hell yeah, I'm raring to go after all this resting. Thank you both. Then, let's get going. There is no time to waste. Make sure you dress warm and bring plenty of midnight snacks. It's going to be a long night. I've already got my stash all ready to go. Of course. This kind of work is supposed to be fun after all. And once we are done with the deliveries, I have a little present for each of you as well. A present. I can't wait to open it. Can you tell us what it is? I'm sorry. You'll just have to be patient. The holy night comes but once a year. So these memories should make for a precious gift too. I will say that you are just something extra. I will say that they are just something extra I found while I was guarding the warehouse, but I think for you too, they'll be the best gifts you'll ever receive. Hmm. The last two sections definitely elevated this event to another level.
休んでいてと言ったのに。まったく僕のマスターは本当に働き者だ。その誠実さには報いがないとね。ネモサンタ、本来の僕より少し力は落ちているけど、君のサーバントに就職するよ。暗い悪路を照らしてくれてありがとう。
Okay, nice. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. If I see something interesting, I'll read it out loud, but okay. Children's expectations. I've got my duties as captain, but okay. Okay. Children's expectation is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is a science fiction novel that lifts its reader, boys and girls alike, with all manner of new dreams. And so revolves, res, he was resolved to deliver gifts using his perfect team and flawless coordination. For some reason, he kept his distance from Master and did not involve them in deliveries. Why did he prevent Master, as a seasoned expert in all things Christmas, or more specific Santa Claus, or more specifically Santa Claus, from getting involved? Well, that mystery would soon be solved in Nemo Santa's final delivery. Even if he, even if him being appointed Santa was an error so slight it could not, it couldn't even be observed by Sheba. He believed it was not meaningless, much as the life a certain summoner hadn't been. Okay. The last section definitely had me in my feels because it's I I read the I started FG around 2020, so I think I completed my Fate Stay Night read through in about mid 2020. So right after that, I picked up FGO because I was really getting into Fate. So and then after that, I got the prologue, but I don't remember why I didn't continue. Then after that, I've watched other Fate media. Then after about a year or so, I picked FGO back up. So not even, yeah, about half a year, 6 months or so, and that was this account. So yeah, it's been how many 4 or 5 years since I started. So that was pretty nostalgic seeing Romani, Dr. Roman back again. I think that took place just before Mash ran into us, or was it around the similar? Was it around similar time that Mash ran into us? Could be, because the final master had just arrived. So at the same time, after all the initial announcements, that's when we got into the Munir's POV, or Nemo acting as Munir. So yeah, let's do the challenge quests, and then I'll just be farming. I'll look at what the challenge quest is, since I don't remember what. I don't think it is that difficult, but challenge quest, servant gauntlet. And okay, sure. Be careful when discerning a certain Santa related appearance. First, as the player's side will sustain damage and buff will be removed over a set number of turns when they leave. The final host. Okay. Sure, instead of posit, I'll... Where is she? Beast. Yeah, I can just take this. And if something goes wrong on the back side, okay. This should not be too difficult. Okay. Merry Christmas today to play with us. Let's make this fun part. When HP reaches 0, apply black key to all enemies, including sub-members. When HP reaches 0, decrease attack for all enemies and allies. Increase Buster Card effectiveness for all enemies and allies. I'll do this since he is the only one. There are 2 rulers, right? Yep, 2 rulers. Quetzal Samba and Santa Island Mask. Other than them, I don't think there should be any problem. Okay. Again.
燃えよベイバロンドムスアウレアよ砕けラウスティアのクラウディウス我が情熱は豪華のごとくロササンディハーそうね
我が奇跡
メリーアタック祝い戦線を離脱します
Okay. Santa Olga. Santa.
動いていこうか大終末もすべて対粛清防具始め七つの竜よ翼となってかけよ抱き溶かし恋焦がれるかプレゼントだ解消値トナカイに乗る違法の国時の終わり慣れた剣は彼の手に霊言なる勝利を刻めラウンド・オブ・アーマロン遊覧飛行っていうのかい聖なる夜素敵で無敵な奇跡の一瞬ラ・グラスティーユ・ノエルシャンシャンシャン切り返し動いていこうか荒ぶる獣の抱擁を
I think it's just more stars. Yeah.
見せてあげるよ感じるといいさ宴を始めようさ下がっているよ
Archers will be problem because of their low
や
cooldown.
あアバロンの風体験ツアーへの参加誠にありがとう私の顔ばかり見ていていいのか
I probably could have used just Morgan with Morgana and Astoria. The usual invincible comp. I think that would have been enough for that. That's fine.
行くぞメリーアタック
Okay,
私
some
の踊り
buckets.
受け切れるかしら の望みを声にせよ
Okay.
痛いぞ痛いぞ痛いぞ よい支配揺れるメリーアタックせーの行くぞおやおや
Oops.
スー起立
望みを声にせよ
ケアレスミス
痛いぞ
不
Let's
便
put it back.
そこだな痛いぞプレゼントフォーユー痛いぞ
6 remaining.
せーのメリーアタック問題ありません慣れていますよ申し訳要請接続要請接続
現代スー宇宙を待て
妖精の王よ
Okay.
世界は学びに満ちているならば今こそ人は学ぶ時知識こそが悪を断つマハープラーヤ
違法な国
Completely forgot about
慣れた剣は彼の
evade.
名言なる勝利を刻め
Oops.
ラウンドオーバーバロ
不便
メリーアタック人という子供たちへ今こそ女神の贈り物をユカタンレガーロでナビダあなたたちを愛しています清潔に
Okay.
で出席確認
Sure.
ケアレスミス
Just clean it up.
不便ケアレスミス追試開始一斉操
サンタとして開いたオーレどうぞ
Okay.
そうですか
5 left. Santa Clara.
真のサンタは目が光る
Sure hits touch.
宇宙を学びましょうか
圧倒します
万物を学ぶことで真に大切なものを知るマハープラーヤ
イーグルふっはっやっせーの
捕らえられ
Hmm.
毒あるものを拭い去り害あるものを打ち
I
砕く
think it's GG's.
アサルトメディスフルバーストパーティー
Yeah.
一夜漬けな
Yeah. I'll probably do this later on since it's fine. I can just use command spells if I need it. But currently I don't have because I was doing the 90++ and missed a few times, so. Okay. 1750 days down. Okay, so for these, for this year's FGO events, this is it. And then I wanted to just go through what the next year has to offer, so I'm just gonna switch screens to okay. The FGO wickets should be visible. Okay, so I don't think my cursor has been captured, but it's fine. So yeah, the New Year's campaign, summoning campaign. I'm not going to be rolling for any of these. I would love to get Melt or Himiko would be nice too, but it's fine. Melt and Saber all together. That would have been a good banner, but it's fine. So yeah, New Year's will probably not be rolling. What other things there we get? New Grail plus I think there would be yeah 30 SQ, new craft presence plus command code, Grail and feud more tickets and scene codes, New Year's attire. Okay. Item restock plus more items. Half AP for paper moon free quests are not included. Okay, please judge quests are going to be half AP. Start-ish and come back login. KNQ 1.5 main interludes are not included. All main quests from Arc 1, 2 and Paper Moon are 0 EP. Okay, nice for those who are catching up. Ember gathering is half. Okay. Attribute in profile is added. I think we already have that. I'll just look. Profile. Yep, alignment. Sub attribute. Yep. We have that already. Astoria should be Sky or Star. Okay. Yep. So that's the New Year campaign. I won't be rolling on that. Then there is this. Ushi and Yui Shosetsu. I would like to get Yui, but probably not here. I'll probably catch her on a rerun. This is also nice, but it's fine. Ushi I summoned on her on my GP account, but she hasn't been used that much, so I probably won't need her, and I would have preferred if she had the Samura Remnant design of her, the full armored one. That would have been way cool. And Musashi Zerker is fine. This event is also I'm pretty excited for, since it's going to be pretty cool since I know only a single thing, but we'll see about that when it comes to it. Okay, only 10 escape for 3100 days. We already got this on February. Uh, okay, all the Santas are going to be coming back. Okay, new missions. I don't think there is the Olga Marie quest 2 here. Valentine Day. Andromeda is going to be there, so probably I'm skipping her as well since I would like to get a rider back. She's quick AoE, right? Yep, quick AoE. She doesn't do anything special, and I don't need another generic AoE rider since I have Achilles on NP2 and I just recently got Iskandar, so yeah. Okay. So yeah. That will be it for Valentine. I would love to roll on Karen's banner, but that could be difficult since on 9th of February. Say Shonagon. Karen doesn't have that great of C's as well. C's C selection is the chocolate heaven is perfect, and Shikibu is also NP damage plus 25%. I think it's plus 30% on MLB. Yeah, plus 30%. This is also nice part. Okay, so I'll see. It depends on how much savings I have. So I currently have about 567 Saint points. So and my big targets are in the during the anniversary and before the anniversary, so oh, new interlude will be unlocked. That's interesting. NP upgrade. Sure. Then March is the id update. OC2. I'll probably not roll on any of them since I don't need Avengers. Then this will be the evocation I can finally get Rider Star, and I'll try to 120 her during this event campaign since there is going to be half cost. I think there is half cost for the amount of experience required. 2 times XP gained when leveling, 2 times great success chance, half QP for leveling servants does not apply skill. Okay. Yeah. So I'll probably do it all live if I have enough XP cards. Campaign part 6, new missions. And limited bleacher for VP. Special quest release. Yep, this is when the Olga Marie 2 happens. And this is where they added the Olga quest back button that we already got in our first one, so that's good. Then it's directly on to the Mahoyo collab, and this is one of my bigger. I think this and the Annie servants are my main goal for the next year. So Ko and Alice, I would prefer to get both of them on NP2, but I'll be happy with a single copy of both of them. So yeah, I'll be rolling on both of their banners. Thankfully I got cheeky, so I don't have to roll here. Otherwise I probably would have rolled around here as well. Shiki's banner. Okay, so currently I'm beelining for April. April's Mahoyo collab. Then yeah, it's this one. I'm fine with not rolling on that. I don't know if I want to play the rerun of Summer Adventure because I had already played it when it came out and read the story, so I'll see about that. Whoops. Okay. So, continuing on, new interludes for both of them. Charlemagne and not Charlemagne, Constantinus and Don Quixote. And oh, is this where he gets the skill upgrade for him? Yeah, the skill becomes usable. The demerit is completely removed, so yeah, that makes him better. Then it will probably be their summoning campaign. Summer participation. Lilium Harlot. I'll probably not be playing through this since I already played it. Yeah, I played it on stream, so yeah. Then this interlude campaign, I don't remember. Okay. Dobrinya is going to get her NP upgrade. I would like to get Hibijika, but the timing for it coming is probably the worst one since after them it's anniversary, so I'll probably be skipping them and getting them when all the banner rerun are going to happen. So and then there is nothing much. New free quest on the Bleach Earth, hunting quest, and then anniversary. Anniversary. I'm definitely going to be getting Spacious. Hopefully, I get as lucky as I was when she came in JP. I was pretty lucky in getting her. Then, other than that, I will probably be not rolling on any other banner for that. And then at summer is going to be brutal. So yeah. CL is a definite role. Then BB Dubai I am currently iffy on, but she would be great as well. Okay, so for that and the chapter release. Chapter release, it's BB Dubai and okay. Other than that, nothing else. Kiara would be fun. I don't think there is anything else. If I have scene codes left after the summer, I'd probably roll on the Arjuna Alter banner to finally get him to NP5 since I think, yeah, I got him when he first got added in the game, and I got him to NP4 because I got NP1 of him pretty easily. Then I stopped rolling, and then I don't know why, but next morning I just opened and rolled a multi. Then I got probably my luckiest roll. I got NP 3 Arjuna altars in a single banner plus Ashwatthyaman, which was new for me, on a single multi. So yeah. Then yeah, I think this is the free. Yeah, redeemable 5 stars. 5-star selector is going to be there, so I don't know who I'll be choosing that. Probably Merlin, or not Merlin, Waver or Tamamo. Since I haven't chosen my 5-star selector yet, so I can choose the other one from there. So yeah, probably be Waver. Then Kazura drop. I don't know if I'll be rolling for her. What other campaigns will she have? Yagyu will be also Yagyu and Emiya. 2 4 stars. Point. Oh, both of them. And Milt's banner. I'll see about that. November. Oh. Yeah, I'll not be rolling for Kazura drop because Like, this is fine completely. I don't remember what other servants were there. Yeah. Tutankhamun, no thank you. And December is a big one. With Phantasm Moon and Christmas Carol. Lohi is definitely Lohi or Reigns. I'll probably be rolling on one of those. If not, I'll definitely be getting Phantasm Moon. And yeah, that is all the servants I'll be rolling for. So let's see. January no one, February also none, March also no one, April Alco and Alice both of them, May none, June also none, July will be nothing, August will be the anniversary, Space Air Rush, CL, and probably Summer BB, but she's iffy. BB Dubai, that is. Then September is nothing, October is nothing, November is a nothing, and December is Phantasm Moon. So yeah, that will be my plan for next year. So yeah, see you guys. Hope you have amazing holidays and see you guys next year with more FGO and more fun content there. So yeah, see you guys then. Bye.